But that SNL episode, I think it's really a Rorschach test for whatever you already think about Shane or SNL, because it's like the guys that love him are like, he killed the monologue, he was the best part of the sketches, but they sucked, you know.
Yeah.
And then the people that hate Shane were like, he bombed his dick off, and then he ruined all the sketches. And it's like I'm the rare camp where I usually watch SNL.
Yeah.
Like I'll usually watch the sketches the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm also a big fan of Shane Gillis. And so I'm this weird person that doesn't fully exist. There's not a lot of me.
What, fans of both?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot.
Sure.
Come on.
Maybe, but like
fans of both stand-up comedian.
Maybe
Shane
I'm just thinking about the
yeah.
loudest internet people, because it was
Okay.
Shane Gillis fans going like, I'm going to watch SNL for the first time since Will Ferrell or something tonight. You know?
Oh, that's tough.
That's rough.
That's
yeah.
a tough fan. Not really. Like, hey, guys, come on in.
Yeah.
Water's fine.
But most of those guys that kind of accidentally become those un-PC figures, I think, hate their fans. Like the time Nick Mullen, when he was name dropped Nick Mullen, when we were talking to Nick Mullen, and he was like, he didn't outright say it, but he seemed to be pretty upset at his fans.
I think he's aware of who they are.
Yeah.
And it's a respectful thanks, guys, couldn't do it without you.
Yeah. And the unfortunate thing is, if you're a podcaster, there's just that parasocial relationship too that everybody, that all your fans have with you. You know?
Yeah, I know you, dude. I'm just like you, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I say slurs all the time.
yeah, I'm like, yikes, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. I personally, as a fan of both Gillis and SNL, well, it's weird though, because I became a fan of Gillis. Like, I don't know how it happened.
Yeah,
were
you a fan before the cancellation? Had you heard of him?
No, I had no idea who he was before the cancellation. Which, did anybody? Like, I'm not trying to be like outside of New York. I know he was like a New York comic at the time.
Yeah.
But like, was he already kind of doing clubs and touring a lot?
He had been on. I think he had been on like JFL or something that same year.
Okay, so I mean, he was on the come up then.
Yeah, he was on the come up.
He was on like a big come up. But no, I hadn't heard about him until the cancellation.
Yeah.
Then again, what was that, 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
Right around that.
Before COVID, which I think was the height of the Stop Asian Hate thing.
No, that was definitely COVID. I was getting away with some bullshit.
2018 wasn't COVID.
2020 was COVID.
2020 was
Stop
COVID.
Asian Hate really started happening mid-COVID.
I know. What I'm saying is it started in COVID, so it's just interesting that the Shane stuff happened before. Yeah, before that, before people were getting like punched on the street.
I think it was but I think it was just like that was peak. Cancel anybody for anything.
Sure,
like,
and they were running out of perverts, so
right.
They were like, what else is there?
Because I remember it was like Harvey Weinstein, horrible rapist.
Yeah,
and I was like, Jesus God, like, okay, glad we got that guy out.
Right,
and it was like
Louis C.K. Jack Roffer.
I was gonna say, nice dude. Just witnessing multiple car alarms going off.
All right,
the East Side
Whoa.
boys.
It's like a symphony.
It's the local. My neighbors got to rob other neighbors' cars. It's chill, dude.
You live in the worst part of Hazlitt.
It's tough on these suburban streets, man. Okay, but no. So
it was cool just then because it felt like we were in New York comics for a second.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, in this giant nice apartment,
this beautiful sitcom apartment.
Yeah. This $1 million New York apartment. I remember one of our buddies from New York came back and we were like, "Whoa, my bedroom's like the size of your kitchen."
Yeah,
I'm like, oh damn, dude. All right, I'm gonna have to gear up for that if I move.
Yeah. Sorry, so you were saying when you became a fan of Shane.
Gillis, like, when I heard the cancellation, it was like the whole tornado of, like, canceling everybody for everything. Like, again, Weinstein, then Bill Cosby, and Louis C.K. And I remember, like, what Louis did still kind of gross and perverted.
I agree.
But, yeah, sure. Seem to be a fan of it.
What? Despite what some of our peers have said, I agree that what he did was gross.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Some guys for it. But, oh, man. fucking brain is not working right now.
Something about when you first became a fan of him.
No, yeah. So
was it the sketches? Was it Gillian Keeves?
No, I started watching that later, but it just the whole cancel culture at the time. I immediately was just like, oh, another fucking guy that like fucked up.
Yeah.
And now I just remember being like, oh, that was part of the zeitgeist. That was dumb.
It was infectious.
Yeah. And well, again, and also like, dude, I think it was like, I felt like top dog open micer, which is like, that's a shitty energy to have when you're like king of the open mics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're probably like, you're out of that now for a while.
Of being king of the open mics?
Yeah. Like you remember, like it's like, I don't know how it is all over the country.
That's
but
my
like,
favorot guy.
King of the open mic?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome,
dude. Those guys fucking
The guy
rule.
who gets their friends to come to the open mics?
Well, that or, no, I don't even mean that. That's like new king.
Oh, you're just saying the guy who's big dicking people.
Well, I just mean a guy who is like on the cusp of actually getting some work.
Oh, yeah.
Like
that really goes to his head.
Well, yeah, because he's like crushing every open mic set.
He's on the cusp of being an MC.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're crushing at open mics, but would be a very mediocre MC.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just like they get nervous for like, oh, it's my first weekend. Like that guy.
Yeah.
I was that guy. You know, like that was me. Thinking I was the shit, be like, yo, I fucking run Monday mics, dude. Like, I fucking own the fucking Monday through Wednesday. You don't come on a microphone that I don't just fucking destroy, dude. I was owning weeknight mics.
Yeah, you better stay away from the sports bars.
Like, that's the energy I had. Was like, dude, fucking put me on SNL. Like it's a 4-stripe white belt for the jiu-jitsu community. It's like.
But I love how you get humbled at least twice in comedy. You know, like there's at least two.
Twice.
You get humbled many times, but there's those two major humblings because there's early on where you're like, I can do this, and then you do your first open mic and you're like, oh, I suck, and then you get better, and then you're king of the open mics, and then your first time like trying and doing paid work, you're like, oh, I suck again. You know?
I mean, I'll tell you right now, there's more than two.
As I am to me.
Yeah, well, you're king of the MC spots, you new feature.
And
I'll tell you,
graduated feature.
It does from fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. Now that I'll occasionally headline.
Yeah.
Not a chance do I have like I fucking I'm the shit, dude.
So you're king of the features and you're not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm like done with that energy.
Oh.
I'm like, nah, man. I'm just happy to be here. I hope I don't fuck this show up. Like, and you know that could just be like something I'm dealing with right now. But I'm like now I don't care. Now I just want to do a good job.
The only time I've seen you headline was when we were at the Indie together, and I think at one point you gave up and you had them blast music and you started dancing. It was
to the
one
fixes.
One thing leads to another. Yeah.
The Fix.
Great video that we had.
Oh yeah. I still got it.
Yeah.
I would like to push back.
Jamie
That was a closing set. Where they said I was headlining.
Yeah, it was the like Louis Michael and Friends.
Yeah, it was like a
Friends
30-minute. Yeah, I hang on. I'll still admit that was a bad set. I did not. Quite do good.
It was a lighter night too.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for. I can openly admit it's bad.
Right.
You know?
Sure,
Other people did good enough that I was like, oh, okay, that was a bad set.
Yeah.
But my point being is wheeling it all the way back to our boy Gilly.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, fuck that guy. You know? And I was like, good, more pie for me. Like, open up that SNL spot.
Yeah.
And like only years later did I go. First of all, like watching it again, I was like, oh yeah, that wasn't that bad. And then I think it was his first special, like live in Austin.
Yeah.
That whenever that was coming out, I was like, I'll give this guy another chance. And then he had a couple of like stand-up clips from Comedy Central or something.
Yeah, there's the Clusterfest one.
Yeah, is that the one with like the blue background, like blue drapery? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Is it the one where he talks about having like rural friends?
Yeah.
I remember.
That's a good one.
I saw whatever stand-up he had out before his first special live in Austin.
Yeah.
I finally saw that, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's a really good stand-up comedian."
Yeah.
And then immediately, I think it was like full on COVID at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot. This guy."
Well, and then
rules.
Live in Austin is sick. It's so good. It's one of the
yeah.
best comedy specials like recent years, I think. And
I think I might be one of the few that I think Beautiful Dogs is better.
You think so? It's close for me. It's really close. You know. But
look at us, just two stands for
just two dogs,
for Gillis,
talking about our parasocial buddy Shane Gillis.
Yeah, dude. I know a guy who knows a guy.
I guess to close it out, the point I'm kind of stuck on is like, I don't think he wants to be the center of the culture war, and he kind of ended up there, you know. And I think that there's like the guys who love him. There's so many that love him for like there were guys like. After he hosted SNL, there was a guy who like posted a video where he's like zooming in on one of the band members who's this like gorgeous bass player, not smiling or laughing at the end of his set, and he was like, "Fuck this bitch," and it was like, dude, you make it like, hey, I don't know. Typically, I don't study the faces of the band.
Neither.
to try to like get mad if they don't like my favorite comedian.
Serendipitously, I had other buddies text me like the band wasn't having any of that set, like not comics.
But again, if you watch SNL regularly, you know that was a typical band reaction.
Yeah,
there were chuckles, they were smiling, they're not laughing a lot, and even she smiled. Like I went back and watched it because they were talking about it, and she like smiles, she cracks a smile a couple times.
Man, it's also
a couple hot girl smiles.
That band's there every week.
Yeah,
they're over it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. And they heard the monologue and dress.
Yeah, they're over it.
Yeah,
dude. Like they'd be like, like I did not want to be a clarinet player on SNL. Like,
well, and then the last 30 seconds, she's thinking like, okay, we're gonna start. Like, you know, like she's thinking about what
motherfucker. They got a job to do.
Yeah,
like they're up there still working.
Yeah,
like they weren't laughing at our king.
Yeah,
they're incorrect. I don't know. Here's something. Man, when people are actively like don't like my comedy anymore at shows, if I catch them like super not digging it, I will stop everything I'm doing to be like, you're not wrong. Like on stage.
Yeah.
And it is I need to stop doing it.
Have you never thought a crowd was wrong when they didn't like you? You never
I've definitely they've been wrong.
I was
before,
gonna say
but like
they're wrong
there are times where I'm like, nah, they're correct.
Yeah,
because first of all, I'm watching the clip after.
Sure.
I hate editing my own stuff because I'm like, I
worst.
would not want to see this guy.
I've never edited a clip and realized I did better than I thought.
No.
You know?
No.
I've been halfway through editing a clip and then decided to delete it.
Hey, probably gonna do it here.
Hey.
No, man. But. So the whole zeitgeist of being down for old Gilly.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. I'm sure he's with the rise he's had.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you can't be that successful and not have some fucking lunatics as fans.
Especially cult following.
For sure. Yeah.
And then they turn away like somebody was saying he's the male Taylor Swift. I'm like, I get it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
The way that there's crazy Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah. And I mean, okay, this is so beyond my scope because I've never even flirted with it, but I'm like, you can't also be mean to those people.
Yeah.
Because as fan service, it's like, all right, they're still a fan.
That's your bread and butter, yeah. It's tricky, yeah. Well, also, I love when he goes on Rogan and he makes fun of Rogan to his face.
Yeah.
But he's never going to stop doing that because Rogan helps get him a lot of attention.
Well, Rogan helps him or Shane now? It's.
I think Rogan helps Shane still. I think
for sure.
Rogan still is the much bigger platform.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. No, I don't know, man. It's also just a rapport they have.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right,
I'm sure they're friends. We all have a friend that we make fun of to their face.
Sure.
There it is. I should get the timestamp.
I was just clearing my throat. No, man. I stand for Gilly.
What's your favorite era of SNL?
I don't know.
Is it always the one that's from when you were in high school?
No, because I dug Aykroyd and
the
OG era.
Aykroyd, Belushi,
yeah,
Gilda
Aykroyd,
Radner.
Belushi, yeah, and then I would say Mike Myers in the or kind of right before the Will Ferrell era.
Yeah, there was that kind of middle underground period was like Mike Myers, Dana Carvey.
Yeah, that
was Norm on during that time?
Yeah, I think
or was like Kevin Nealon.
Yeah, Kevin Nealon, Norm Macdonald.
Yeah,
I don't know.
John Lovitz.
I've even in the Eddie Murphy slump. I mean, I wasn't alive for that one, so it's like there's always been like peaks and valleys, but I've always found sketches I like from every era. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like,
do you think we'd have Eddie Murphy the movie star today if the rest of his cast members were equally good? At the time?
Yeah, man. According to Cat Williams, because it's like Eddie was willing to play ball.
Yeah.
Put on this dress.
Dude, he hosted.
Put on this dress. I wouldn't do such a thing. I couldn't do it. Why would Cat Williams do that? Now, no.
I'm the manliest man that's ever existed.
Now, how would you put me in a dress? How would that make it funnier? A man who doesn't wear a dress, wearing a dress. I want you to tell me this. Why is that funny?
That was pretty good.
Is
that the crux of his whole issue? I didn't watch the whole...
How he talks?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't say anything about that.
Look, this is going to be pretty blue. But I'm willing to suggest that the reason Cat... I don't know if I should say this, but I already started saying
it. Do it, pussy.
I think the reason Cat Williams is so insecure about his manhood is he was definitely raped in prison.
Oh, shit.
That's not even funny.
He was in prison?
Yeah, he went to jail. I hope he went to jail, or else I feel really bad about it.
When did he go to jail?
I gotta look this up.
You do have to look this up because I don't remember that at all.
I could really use a Jamie at a time like this.
Yeah, well, it's all right. No dead air, but no. You think I went to prison? How could I be in prison when I was reading thousands of books a day? That was a one claim.
He had some arrests in 2016.
No, I remember because in the Club Shay interview, he's never been to prison. I remember
he's
him
been
saying
holding cells.
But he said he'd been like arrested 16 times.
That's
awesome. Like, yo, dude,
dodging every bullet, Cat.
Well, I'm just saying, like. All right, you get arrested once, twice, fuck it, maybe even 5 times in your life. I go, wow, man.
Fool me 5 times.
Yeah, what a bunk. But to be like, I was arrested 16 times and I walked out every time. I was like probably hungover as fuck. Like, if there's anything I know is if you've been arrested 16 times and then walked out every day, it's because they put you in the drunk tank, dude. Also, I love Cat. But he's so small, I guarantee he's like cocky small guy drunk. Yeah. He's like, I drink as much as any motherfucker who's 6'9". And I'm like, yeah, you do, but you're walking blacked out.
Yeah.
Just, oh my God. Do you know those guys? Not to throw short kings under the bus.
The guys that he's talking about, or I'm just...
No, I'm talking about like...
Oh, the angry short guys.
Specific. Look at me go.
I see him at the gym a lot.
Guys. Sure, but I just mean like there's a specific kind of like short guy
who will not put on a dress.
I won't do it. I haven't written the role for me to be in a dress yet. When I write a funny enough movie with Cat Williams,
proper scripts.
If Cat Williams was gonna be in a dress, don't you think I'd have wrote it in a dress?
I didn't know the dress thing was the crux of his whole issue.
You brought that up.
Did
you mean to do that?
What?
You just had like a Matrix moment.
Oh.
I didn't know the dress was the crux. I'm like, are you fucking with me?
Like I didn't know the dress thing was the center of his whole rant.
I don't think it was.
I saw some clips. I thought it was like Steve Harvey stole jokes. Did Steve Harvey wear a dress?
Have you not watched that?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
It's worth it.
I saw bits posted on Twitter.
It's actually worth start to finish. It's a good.
I am a Cat Williams fan. I will, despite my horrible accusations about his prison time.
Well, what's incredible about it is one. He feels some type of way about Asians.
Yeah?
No, I'm fucking.
I was like,
I'm definitely for them. I have many Asian women sucking on my penis. Why would I? That's something else. He
the key to stopping Asian hate.
Casually just dropped that. He's like, why would I have any male servants? Cat Williams don't need no company of men. Cat Williams gets his penis sucked every day. And you know who's doing it? One of the women I employ. There was heavy insinuation that he's
I love the idea of bragging that you pay women to have sex with you.
Well, I don't pay them for the sex. I do not pay them for the sex. I pay them to hang out and roll blunts all day. And if they want to suck on Cat Williams' dick, then they can suck on Cat Williams' dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying nobody to suck on my penis. I feel like Cat Williams says penis. He's like, penis. His cadence and tone is definitely of a guy who goes, I could sit here all day and get my penis sucked.
I'm sure he could, man.
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure
he does.
I'm sure that Cat Williams retention is through the roof.
I was born without a refractory period. I remain hard and shoot ropes 16 times a day. Most men have to drink 18 glasses of grapefruit juice to do what Cat Williams can do in 1 hour.
Suck away, boo-boo.
I don't make them swallow. I don't make them swallow. Because if they did, they would drown. And Cat Williams doesn't need to deal with no drowning bitches in his house. Not with 16 adopted children running amok.
If you 16,
yeah, I think he's got like 8 adopted kids.
Awesome.
It's wild.
Because he never comes. He has to adopt all of them.
I can't make them because I pull out. The only way to make a child, young Johnny Mockney, is to complete inside. Why is it I can do Cat Williams' voice all day?
Yeah, no,
but the minute
insanely good.
Well, thanks. I do it every time I shower. But the minute I go. Actually, God made me spit out that one. Oh, there you go. Get that on camera.
You will see Steve Harvey tell an original joke before you see a drop of Cat Williams semen.
Steve Harvey. Yeah, I lost it. I had it. The Asian voice.
Steve Harvey. People don't know this. Amazing comic.
Well, it's because he's doing all my jokes.
Yeah.
Amazing performer, terrible writer.
Frankly, I don't care about Cat Williams' his accusations to Steve Harvey unless he did steal that bit about going to Afghanistan.
I'm pretty sure that there's read receipt or not read receipts, but there's like good. Somebody did the work and cut together like what Cat was saying. Cat doing the bit, and then that's the one part of the interview that's like
that's crazy that people steal jokes when they are already
like
released
on
like
TV. Well, okay, so here's what I'm like. If you haven't watched it, start to completion.
Yeah,
it's an incredible interview because he weaves truth in with like insane fiction.
Yeah,
and so like when he calls somebody out on joke stealing, the internet went out, found it. Put Cat up and then put with the timestamp and the timestamp, and you're like, oh yeah, that's clearly a stolen bit. But like in between being like, Earthquake writes, but he's a fucking dumbass, or can't write or whatever. But then it'll be like,
he's a tone poet.
Well, sure, but what's crazy is like he'll be dead on, like so and so stole this joke, and he's like, and by the way, I read 12,000 books as a child, and you're like, wait, what? Like, and so it's like. 2 truths and a big insane lie, and then you just kind of move on because you're like no go back to the truths. So you just kind of let him tell the lies, and like it seemed like who is the Shay Shay host?
Doesn't it just go by Shay Shay?
Yeah.
That's what he was calling him in the clips.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know if it's like Duran. You know? I'm like, is it just 1 or 2? Like, shows how big a fan I was. I was like, turns out that fella played football, and half the internet's like, Lou, God damn it. Like
Shay Shay had a great reaction when I think Cat was like, I like Kanye, but his wife is a whore.
yeah.
I might have paraphrased that, but then
no, I think
Shay Shay's just
nailed
like,
it. He's like,
he just like falls out of the chair.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm
dude.
like, well, It's just what are you gonna? What's your refute to that though? Look, no, she didn't just buddy up with a mentally ill man for a couple of years and then have sex with Pete Davidson as a weird revenge fuck type of thing.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing. Did you ever see the leaked text that Pete Davidson sent to Kanye?
No.
It was like after he started dating Kim and Kanye was, awakening.
I'm sorry, you mean having an unkempt manic episode? That's the problem with being that mentally ill and that monetarily powerful.
Yeah.
Like you actually have enough power to make people let you do your manic.
Right. Everybody around him's like, yes, sir. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, yo, dude, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, Benjamin Netanyahu, hilarious bit.
Great bit. Amazing bit.
People were not giving that what it deserved.
Yeah. Netanyahu?
Yeah, Netanyahu was like, this, I mean...
Some solid prop comedy.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of manic episodes before, and it's always a buddy duct taping tubes together like, it's a really long straw. And you're like, sure, man, yeah, you'll never have to drink from, let's just put this. But Benjamin Netanyahu, I'm like, all right, I understand how this man writes while he's having a manic episode. Because if he would have rapped that, something about you won't catch me with Benjamin Netanyahu, not even if we were... So, something drinking you.
Net drinking you.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Like, if you Kanye, you Yeezus
I'd be like, oof.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah, so. But, okay, no, you're saying Pete went off?
Oh, yeah, Pete, texted him, was like, hey, man, I'm in bed with your wife right now. And then,
why?
I don't know. And then Kanye was like, what? Pete seemed like the bigger douchebag, but then Pete then starts saying hey, we need to cool this, because at the time he was calling him Skeet online and was trash talking him. But it's really weird to open with I'm currently sleeping with your wife.
Wait, yeah, what? That's
because Pete's friend leaked them. That was the whole thing. And then, but the thing that kept throwing me off is when Pete kept calling her my girl, and I was like, clock's a ticking on that one.
Oh,
but
yeah.
this is clearly a revenge.
Yeah, you're being used here, Pete.
Yeah,
yeah.
I give it a couple months.
Also, that's man, I don't care. That's like fuckboy douche.
Yeah.
Energy,
Yeah.
I mean,
lives with his mom energy.
Is he still? No, there's no way.
No, he moved in with oh gosh, he moved in with Simon Rex. He's Dirt Nasty. They live together. Dirt Nasty. He's in Scary Movie 3. He's the guy who goes Yahtzee.
Oh,
and hits his head.
Right. No, I don't know. Fucking Scary Movie Rocket. 3 was gonna do it. No,
he was Dirt Nasty. You would know him. He was like a comedic rapper, like a white rapper.
Oh, all right.
And he's 45 years old, but still lives like Pete Davidson, and it's awesome.
Yikes!
It's so cool. Dude.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It's kind of hilarious to text. All right, hang on. Let me shut down every moral compass I have for a second, because we're gonna go into some hilarious waters here.
Uh-oh.
I don't need the UN knowing.
Rift zone.
To just notice to fuck a mentally ill man's wife. And then fucking text him about it. I'm fucking your wife, dude.
That's just suicide.
It's great. It's clearly a suicidally depressed man.
Yeah.
That's just one mentally ill guy.
Dude, unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
You take away if you take away their immense talent and wealth, that's two homeless guys fighting over a tube sock. She's like, I'm fucking it now.
Yeah, dude. It's a circle of life.
Yeah, man. Are they still dating?
Pete and Kim?
Yeah.
No. That was 5 girlfriends ago, I think.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. I don't keep up on Peter's peen.
Those days are long over.
Okay.
One thing is one of his exes was Kate Beckinsale. And Kate
Beckinsale, she fucks young comics.
Yeah, because her ex was Matt Rife.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she stayed Matt Rife.
And then, for real?
Yeah, and there was Matt Rife, before his blow up, and an immediate downfall. He was standing outside the Laugh Factory.
Is he done? Nah, I think he's still doing.
I don't think he's gonna be quite what he was for that that 1 month.
Oh, okay.
Because that month he was on Fallon and stuff. I don't think that's gonna.
Okay.
But they were interviewing outside the Laugh Factory, and they're like, "Yeah, any advice for Pete?" And he was like, "Run," and that was it.
Matt Rife.
Yeah, because Pete was dating his ex. But
who? 72-year-old Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale. Yeah, beautiful 72-year-old.
Yeah,
from the underworld.
Yeah, that movie's like what, 50 years old?
Yeah,
she was in the black and white pictures, killing all the werewolves.
She was on all the moving pictures.
Oh my God, it's that hot Kate Beckinsale, scooping up all that young boy penis.
Would you check out those legs?
This just in, Kate Beckinsale is also a creep. How old is she? You know what? I'll tell you off.
I think
mic.
she's like 50.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah.
And what? Matt Rife was 17 when they were married?
Probably. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. Comic I worked with out of New York did give me like the direct heads up about Kate Beckinsale. It was a weird.
She just sleeps with comics.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I guess. I don't know.
I love that.
It was one of those like green room moments where I was like, "What now?" like apropos of nothing, somebody bestowed it upon me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Listen, man, that's awesome. I don't think we live in a world where I'm ever gonna cross paths with Kate Beckinsale."
Maybe Kate Beckinsale just is fucking king of the open mics every.
Dude, she's just heading out Monday through Wednesday trying to find. She's a Sunday to Wednesday warrior.
Yeah.
Why would Cat Williams say the N-word to 30 young children in a school bus? Why would Cat Williams do such a thing?
Dude, him referring to himself in the third person is
Dr.
so awesome.
Phil can't suck his own dick. Like that would just be the non sequiturs he would do.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier, I'm really jumping back, but this just dawned on me. Do you know Seth Simons?
No.
He's like the comedy police guy who busted Shane Gillis. Like he writes stories about problematic people in comedy.
That's great. We should get him to write one about us.
Write it in. Come on, Seth.
What's his name? Seth
Simons. And I think it turned out he's like a sex pest or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there was like all this, and he deleted like a bunch of old tweets after he went viral for the Shane Gillis stuff, and then now, like the other day after the SNL announcement, he was back on like writing more articles like, we've clearly forgotten about all my work I did.
Yeah, but that's just a dumb bastard trying to,
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. Hey, we're all just trying to survive.
Yeah, that guy, guy's got to make a living, Johnny. Yeah. He's just.
I might pivot.
That's him. Shane Gillis is super famous again. Maybe he's just a little hungry.
I'm gonna make a living one day just writing like Legion of Skanks is on PC. That's gonna be my career one day.
Yeah. Well, see, I think they're the most politically correct because they make fun of everybody. Have you heard
South Park rules?
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the new trend? I don't know if it's okay. So I follow a Lego Instagram account. It's a super niche one, like super small, right? But it's the horniest guy on the internet. It's crazy. He's like, it's like a full on like a Lego barn, and it's like it's him just showing like the warehouse.
Yeah.
But when he talks, it's like he's so fucking horny. It's crazy.
How does that come across?
It's not great. That's probably why he doesn't have a ton of followers.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you follow him and you're like, oh, dude, I love Lego, and I do love Lego. But if you were like a dad with a son, and then you like followed this account, you're like, oh, look at this Lego barn. Yeah, he's got a business. He's always sending out like unique bricks. He's like, but then it'll just end with like two minifigures fucking. He's like, I wish I could do this. I'm like, oh, let's get.
Do you ever see him on camera?
Yeah, I met him in person.
Oh, is he like a big fat guy?
No. I'll try and find it and send it to you. You know what? I'll name drop him because it's hilarious.
Okay.
I think it's D's Bricks is the name.
I assume it would be bricked up. I think
something like he is, but I think it's D's Bricks on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I can't I wanted to unfollow it because like it kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
But it's the commit to the bit is like
that's
awesome.
the thing. That sounds like a bit. What you're telling me.
No. I met him in person. He's a horny guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like inside of meeting him for the first couple of seconds, you'd be like, God, wouldn't it be awesome if fucking fat titty women were around? And you're like, what? Like it's like it's just like that. like that was just like the energy of this guy. Where it's like I'm sitting down, I'm having a beer and a burger, and he's like, oh, fucking pussy rules. And you're like, yeah.
That sounds like an alien trying to be a guy.
No, dude.
Like, do you know that it's like, it reminds me of that story of Tom Cruise that these guys said they were like hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And he one day was like, man, you know what I like? Fucking my wife.
Yeah.
And like everyone was going to high five him.
Yeah, clearly gay Tom Cruise. Be like, you know what's awesome? Sex with your wife.
Allegedly clearly gay Tom Cruise.
Yeah, sure.
Allegedly, obviously gay.
But, okay, so like it's hilarious though. Because like, and then he pivoted to making like wholesome Lego content.
That's so
and
cool.
It was
on the same account?
No, yeah, for like a day. He made like one video that was like really wholesome, and I even was like, "Oh, this is like good."
He just nutted
adult Lego content. Day after, he's like, "Oh, these fucking whore bricks," and it's like, it's incredible because he had like a bump in followers because
he made the one wholesome.
Well, if you have like from what I can tell, like of like an Instagram following, if you have like a proper institution and a niche, you almost have like a built-in audience that will follow you. And this guy has a literal like pole barn that is a Lego business with all the shelves and like specialty bricks and all this, but he's just. It's like horny guy in a barn.
Yeah.
And so like, but when he made that one wholesome video.
You can't just be one thing.
No,
you want to pigeonhole this man.
No, this guy, no, he's not. He's my fucking hero.
Yeah.
I want to work for D's Bricks so bad. So bad.
I don't know.
Because he's like,
I think I know what working for
here's
him
the
will
thing.
entail.
Actual good guy moment,
I think it'll be like being a servant to Cat Williams.
No. I would never want a man in my company. Not one that I wasn't friends with. Why would I pay a man to sit next to me? You know who pays men to sit next to them? Rich homosexuals.
Dude, he's so straight.
It's Cat Williams. He can't be stopped,
guy,
dude. He should work at this. But anyways, there's this. I had to look this trend up because I found a weird, like, porn adjacent sex trend from D's Bricks.
Yeah.
Where it's called the I think hungry gerbil.
Okay.
Or like hungry hamster. It's like an odd. I hate that there's like, you know how there's TikTok dances?
Yeah.
And then there will now be like weird porno trends that are like, instead of this dance, try this move. And I'm like, I don't like that I know this from a Lego thing.
Right.
But like the hungry hamster.
Did you try any of the moves?
No, you need a lady willing to suck your dick through a sunroof.
Oh. Okay.
And it's like called like a hungry hamster.
She's outside the
sunroof?
sunroof?
No, you're on top of the car.
Oh, okay.
With your hanging bit. Yeah,
and
now
she's
it makes sense.
below.
Like, it's just a blowjob.
Right.
Yeah, but I was like, first of all, it can't really be a thing. That's like the Alaskan pipeline or like all those shit. You know, when you're in high school and you're just like, oh, yeah, dude, I'm going to Charizard her. And you have to go on Urban Dictionary and be like, dude, you're going to light her ass on fire after you nut? Like,
yeah. That's cool, though. I would do that.
Suck a guy's dick through a sunroof?
No, I'd get my dick sucked through a sunroof by a guy.
I was worried for a second. God damn it.
I don't know. I don't care where though. Why does through the sunroof? Why would that do something? I guess it's like you're having sex with the car. You know? I think that's what it would feel like.
It sounds like you're going to be arrested by the police.
I'm coming to a realization. And you know what? I think I'm sold now.
That you're gonna like,
yeah, I get it.
Honey, I'll be on top of the car.
I like just sitting on top of the car, like, all right, I'm ready.
Come and get it.
Go,
dude. The idea,
like you're calling her down for dinner. Come and get it.
I'll tell you right now, the psychopathic energy to in a relationship after a long time to request a blowjob like that.
That's awesome.
Would be I'm like, okay, good for them. Good. Go for it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got a sunroof, dude. I'm gonna try. Here's the thing though, instead of getting your dick sucked, you just get up there and jack off in your own
jack
car.
Off into the
it's called a leaky bottle. And then you gotta clean up the cage. Just get up there.
Oh
man.
Hey, do you want to tell me what the Chinese rocket force is? Are we ever gonna?
Yeah, I mean, no.
No. Okay.
I thought you were gonna look into it.
No.
No.
I was just counting on you to tell me one day. I'll find out.
All right. Well, let me get into character.
Channel him.
It's an inept branch of the CCP, PLA.
Okay.
The Chinese answer militarily was we're just gonna make supersonic missiles and put them on trucks and have land-based missiles to attack America's ships on our coast.
Yeah.
And then what I love is a CIA document leaked, because this was freaking out military brass for a while. They're like, oh no, China could sink our super carriers with their rocket force.
Yeah.
And it turns out, dude, I fucking love this shit. Turns out the Chinese soldiers at 70% of the bases weren't getting enough food or cooking oil, so they were just chipping out solid fuel from the back of these rockets, and then they were just cooking hot pot with rocket fuel, dude.
Oh, that rules.
I was coolest branch of any military.
Yeah.
To be what's your job? Be fucking shoot those things off. Be oh, what are you guys doing? Be fucking make them hot pot, dude.
Yeah.
Out of the rocket fuel.
Hot pot out of the rocket fuel.
You gotta start doing the voice. Otherwise, ha.
It's gonna be the intro to every episode. It's gonna be that.
Ha.
I was gonna jump in and save you and do it, and then you just started doing it.
You didn't do it. Also, I gotta do your Asian voice. I would love to hear you try.
This is my Asian
voice. It's just called voice now.
It's called voice now. This is what we call it.
Number one, rocket force. I think
we just call it the rocket force.
Dude, the Chinese rocket force got named the same way every Chinese strip mall Asian buffet got a name. Have you seen? I love those names, dude.
Yeah.
It's just number one Asian buffet. You know what I'm talking about?
We should. Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, it's always number one, world's best.
King China chef.
King China,
I'm fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, there used to be a store around here called Oriental Mart.
It's just called Fresh Mart now.
Yeah, is that? I think it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I shop there all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
And my mom used to go in, and she would just be like, "Hey,
that's how I got
you
so
gotta
good
change
at the
that name." It's how you were studying.
Yeah. He's back. He never buys anything.
I love the idea. They're like, "Oh, Mr. Rue, my card, good to see you." And then once you leave, they're just I can't stop. I hate doing that voice.
He is
for that
in
guy.
here every week. Between you and me, I can't stand the food. I just eat it. I just eat it so I can go back in there.
Can't stand the food. Just love the accents.
I love them. No, man, I fucking I probably shop. I do half my grocery shopping there.
Okay.
Because it's I don't know. You could go there, or you go to the world food section at Meijer, where they're we have sauerkraut,
right,
next to soy sauce,
taco shells.
It's fucking wild, dude. Well, these are called huevos. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. Do they call Germans krauts just because of sauerkraut? Is that the origin of that?
I think so.
That's the laziest slur.
It's not a good. There's very little sting to it.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Well, you and I have talked about this a lot. If you have to explain the slur,
no, yeah.
It was a rough one.
It's either something that you associate with the thing, like kraut, or it's just a word that sounds right. Some slurs you just hear it and you're like, yeah, that's about
it's a
that's
slur.
About this group.
What? I thought I said something last week that wasn't a slur that we were like, yeah, that sounds like it.
Probably
every week. Right?
Wumbo.
Which, yeah, no. Well, do you remember Daniel Tosh used to have that segment?
Yeah.
Of is it racist? And he just made up a bunch of slurs.
Yeah.
And the one that everybody agreed, like, nah, that sounds racist, was spoon face. And like even him, like the old Asian lady, like on the panel was like, no. And even Daniel Tosh was like, yeah, that's maybe my bad.
Did you see it?
Dom Herrera's just in the corner going, spoon face, spoon face. It's incredible, dude. If you have not seen that clip, the Dom Herrera saying spoon face over and over
That's
again.
So cool. I know. It's been a long time since I watched Tosh. I know that he's like woke now, which is causing a hubbub.
Is he?
Yeah, his podcast, like he's like, cancel culture's good. Like he's like saying stuff like that.
I watched the first episode and it was all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying woke like. I'm not saying that derogatorily, but he's just like very, pro, like he's just very socially liberal.
Yeah.
To the point where like he definitely would fall into that camp, right?
Okay. People are saying that about Will Ferrell as well, right?
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. But like it's so funny to see all the old Tosh fans like, what have they done to my boy? Like
I don't know, man. I think it just goes back to like the same guys that like flocked to Gillis. Anybody, I don't know. I think
anybody that toes the line, which we like people who toe the line.
Yeah.
A lot of them are good. Like if you do it well, it's very good. But like
it's profitable. But okay, the thing with I think Will Ferrell back in the day, Daniel Tosh back in the day,
yeah,
and Shane Gillis now is like they just did it because it was their brand of comedy.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't know, man. Like I already regret saying what I said about 10 minutes ago. Like you know what I mean? So I think part of being a comedian, if you have longevity at it, is probably looking back at a few of your bits, being like, sure. Wouldn't do that one again. You know? Like, man, I've even tried stuff at Mike's before where instantaneously after I said it out loud, I was like, that was bad.
I love that feeling of the second it's coming out of your face. You're like, what was
that? Yeah, I'm like, all right, oof.
I remember the worst one maybe was like I was talking about like people who adopt like deformed dogs and everybody thinks they're a hero.
Yeah.
And I was like, nobody said I was a hero in high school for having sex with ugly girls all the time. and I think it's the second like ugly girls left my mouth. I was like, what were you thinking? Why'd you do that?
Yeah. Hang on. Did you used to bang out ugly girls in high school?
Never, dude.
Never?
No,
so it was all fake.
All princesses.
Classic
all queens,
fucking.
I made up ugly girls that I had sex with just for the bit.
God damn it, Johnny. Don't you go meta on me, you sack of shit. Not here. Not like this. God damn it.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Oh, my God. I don't know, man. Personally, I would love to find that fan base that wants us to toe that line. Come here, motherfucker.
I'd love to find that fan base.
I'd love to. Come here, fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What would you do? Like, what if you started getting like an increasingly more right wing fan base? Would you just like full on? Would you Landau it? What would you do?
Here's the thing. I think I've unironically done a couple of bits that land way harder with right-leaning people.
Me too, actually.
No way. Us? I think the whole thing is like, when I look, not to compare us to Gillis, but it's like you do the jokes sincerely, but it's like if people take a joke that's done sincerely, but then think it's also like not a joke. Right. I'm like, oh, well, no, there's humor. I made fun of it for a reason. Yeah. Like I'm trying to make fun of it. And then also, I don't know, man. If I had like, first of all, I don't have a fan base to be like, if I had one, so I don't know how I would handle it. But it's like, I would just, again, I always try to be I try to be honest and just like chill after, like the few times I've been lucky enough to like hang out after a show. Yeah. And if it's like a bigger name I've opened for, the residual like star effect will like be on you and the other comic, even because they're like, oh my God, if you work with him, you must be like,
yeah, I've gotten that.
Yeah, it's like, it's cool, but like, I'm always like, nah. I just try to let them know, like, hey, that me up there, like, that was just, it was a performance still, you know, like, just shaking people's hands. And I don't know if this is weird or not, but like, I'll still introduce myself.
Yeah, like, I do that.
Yeah, because I'm like, because
I'm me now.
Right,
like,
it's. I think it's just, it's just manners to introduce yourself and your name.
Right.
But fuck, there was a story about somebody being a shithead about that. But no, I don't know, man. Dealing with a fan base with like a political agenda or ideology.
Yeah.
I would say I'd try not to pander.
No,
if that makes sense. So it's like if they fuck with what I was saying, I would self-reflect.
I hate applause breaks when it's like I hate when it's like they start clapping because they like the thing I said. Like I've written,
clapter in general.
Clapter sucks. But I've written like maybe like left-leaning bits where it's like I started getting clapter, or because generally speaking, the things I believe will inform what I'm writing, right?
Yeah.
But then like if I don't like that, I'm like, all right, I gotta make myself the bad guy, or I gotta do something to switch it. Because I don't like just saying what I think. I think that's so boring. You know?
Yeah, I get that. Now
Sometimes I do.
Well, I was gonna say, now you're getting into your writing style, which I'm like, hey man, whatever you got to do to get the laughs.
But then when people clap for the wrong reasons, you know, it's like
I just saw a clip from Jeff R. Curry, who originally Michigan guy, but crushing it Chicago and then New York. But he had a great riff, and it got good laughs, and then it got a good amount of clapping. And then he goes, for those of you who clapped and didn't laugh, I get it. The joke wasn't funny enough. And like, it was like a very funny, wholesome moment.
Yeah.
Like to see a comedian being, and I was like, he's right. Because sometimes people will clap because they liked it and they agree, but it wasn't good enough for them to laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was so fucking funny to see that.
Bill
I'm like,
Maher effect.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: not clapter in agreement. Clapter at like, I get it, it's funny, but not funny enough.
I get it. Yeah,
So it wasn't like a political. It wasn't a clapter for agreement, just to like still show support through sound.
Sure.
Which is such a fucking weird thing.
Yeah. Just so there's a sound here.
Yeah.
So
like I'm making a sound of approval.
Yeah. I wish they had just went, yeah!
Yeah. Woo! I think you would kill yourself.
Or we just go, yeah!
Woo! Woo! Like, how's your set going? Yeah. Like, woo. I think that would get old pretty quick.
A lot of woos.
Yeah. Not a lot of women in that crowd.
A lot of grown men saying woo.
I mean, I'm here for the boys.
Do the Hicks like you when you do like a Hicktown show? Do they automatically gravitate to you?
You know, man, I don't know.
No,
maybe. No. Yeah, I haven't.
They've started to really like me recently.
Well, because you're towing the line. You're a token Asian, man.
Well, it's like I'll have bits like, especially now because it's hot. You know, I got like jokes making fun of Joe Biden or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and they love that for their reasons.
Yeah. Whatever do you mean?
Right.
But like, dude, at this point, making fun of Joe Biden is just funny.
It's just you have to.
God, he's so old.
How do you? I watched him on like Seth Meyers the other day.
Yeah.
And Seth is like talking to him like he's a person. It's crazy.
Yeah. No,
it's crazy to see normal people talking to Biden as if he like.
It's a science experiment.
Think about what they're saying.
The government's like, can we keep him going?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
And also kind of like,
did you see him eating ice cream? Just going like, yeah, I hope Israel stops. In between licks.
No, that's awesome.
It was so cool.
Wow, dude. I mean,
yeah, those war crimes better stop.
Oh god, that rules. That rules. Here's the thing: it's like, let a guy that old die with some dignity.
Yeah.
Dude. Like he should be. You know what he should be allowed to do?
He's gonna die as an embarrassment.
I'm not even upset. Like I think a lot of people are like, can you believe how cavalier he was that he was eating ice cream during that. I'm like, can you believe they're making that old man who's enjoying ice cream talk about Israel Palestine? I'm like, that guy should be all that guy should be all ice cream.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear his
let him
opinions
have his
on
ice cream. Dude.
If you're 86 and like losing it, I really don't think like your coherent moments left shouldn't be taken over by genocide. You know what I mean? That man has maybe a couple lucid hours a day, and they're like, "What are we doing about the dead babies?" And he's just like, no more dead babies.
The ones
I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, dude, just let a fella fucking
dude. Guy's just trying to the one moment of his day he can just have his favorite food. And you got to remind him that he has blood on his hands.
I mean,
that's dirty.
Yeah, I just let
Let him live in peace.
I'm upset about that. So,
I can't believe they made him be president. Like that altogether, I think is the cruelest. That was elder
not
abuse.
Only that, they're like, hey man, you better fucking start stretching those quads. We got another lap. We got another 4 to do.
Yeah.
Like what?
But let me catch you on the napping, Joe.
At what point? Okay, so like if Joe Biden was in a nursing home, like one of the ones that's provided by the state, and
I think he currently is in a nursing home provided by the state.
Yeah, that's well said. Well said. don't,
Swish.
Bump set ass right there. But
DJ, hit that shit.
My point being is, if he wasn't the president of the United States, but they made him be a janitor, there would be lawyers being like, "Oh no, you can't do that to like this old dying man.
No,
like this is cruel and unusual." He needs to be sitting down watching his stories. Like, I can only imagine after the morning daily brief, he goes, "Wow, that sounds like a great TV show." and then everybody on the fucking staff goes like, "Okay, who's got to tell him it's real?"
Right.
Like, every fucking day, dude. Like, yeah. I mean, Simon Carlson, sorry to burn your bit / my note, but no, I can't do it. It's a good bit, and it's part of Simon's now.
His bit.
Yeah. It's
he does have an amazing Joe Biden.
Yeah, and I gave him I gave him a line that I was pretty proud of. But you know what? I love Simon, and his Joe Biden bits are so good that can't burn it. But everybody that's still listening, if you're a fan of stand up, go look up Simon Carlson, and hopefully he has some Joe Biden stuff on there. But anyways, just I don't know, man. If your fan base likes you because you're doing Joe Biden bits right now, whatever. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
I got on.
Most liberals make fun of Joe Biden too.
Well, sure, man.
There's just like a category of people that's like, if you do it, then you're helping Donald Trump.
Yeah, whatever.
Like,
no,
who cares?
You know,
who cares?
I mean, dude, I got on OAN because
that's so cool.
because they thought I was telling, which is wild.
Yeah,
dude, I did not.
Do you include that as a credit ever? Do you put that?
I haven't yet. Because I feel like it would be a very powerful credit in some circles, and then an automatic no. And others. And what's crazy is like, I got to message the guy who runs that show because I never saw it. I don't know if I got aired or not. And my main reason being is I don't think you
didn't play into their narrative.
I don't think so. Yeah. Like I think I was like way too, because I definitely remember telling you this, and that I did the bit at the show that night that we were on, where you brought me up as like the credit because I had just done it. And when the host was like, "Yeah, are there any comedians that are keeping you from like doing other shows or like any type of comics that are like basically like hindering you?" And I remember like in earnest just being like, better comics. and it was like I didn't realize until after. I'm like, oh, that's such a funny. Yeah. I mean, I have genuine dumb guy moments, and I feel like a happy fool then because I'll just like dumb tell the truth. Like, you know when a dumb guy tells the truth and it's so blatant, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, that was one of those moments where I'm like, oh, he wanted me to say like Jews or something. Like,
can we do it again?
Yeah. It's like, no, I can play again.
I'm about to say they thems.
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't subscribe.
reading off a card. Purple-haired ladies, whatever they want you to take aim at.
God damn, dude.
All right.
There's gonna be some hard cuts in this one. There'll be some hard cuts, but we got through it.
Hey, next week energy's gonna be way up
or down.
We'll see.
The hell is that? Oh, they can't see it because it's on the camera lens.